Hi! Thank you for joining me for another edition of Coffee Break, the video series where in 15 minutes or less, in the time it takes for you to have a cup of coffee with me, we will make a card or other projects. And my name is Sandy McManus, and you may find me at needsaribbon.com. So for today on Coffee Break, we're going to make this Halloween card. And I'm loving the cinnamon cider paper. It is one of those neutrals that goes with so many other colors. It looks stunning with most of our other neutral colors. And this is the cinnamon cider. And it's a color at the same time. I kind of call it both. It's kind of an, orangey brown. But again, it's a neutral and it's not. And I love it. And I didn't think I would. So for today we're going to make this Halloween card. And sorry, I'm just getting something else ready. We're going to make this Halloween card. And you may find the stamp set that is for this project, the Festive Post Stamp Set, which is on page 63 of the mini catalog that goes August through December of 2020. But more importantly, it's called Festive Post. And you can see that it has almost all season items in it. Has this stripe, which would be great for candy cane or Valentine's Day. We have our Halloween items, the prancing reindeer, which could be used other places. Nice floral thing, and I'll be talking about those items in a future video. A car with a tree, obviously that's fairly Christmassy, but we've got stars, a snowflake, to you and yours, to from, enjoy the season, Merry Christmas, wishing you of a happy Halloween, kind of your fall into winter seasons. And it is photopolymer. So let's get started. Oh, and it coordinates with our rectangular postage stamp punch, which here, this is our 2020 to 2021 annual catalog, which you may find on page 168. And again, like all my other Coffee Break video series, the recipe for the project will be at the very end of the video. So here's our rectangular postage stamp, and it is currently $18 US. And that coordinates, this you can get as a bundle currently until the end of the 2020 to 2021 catalog, as a bundle with the punch and this coordinating stamp set called Posted for You, which kind of covers the other seasons that Festive Post does not. So you get 2 stamp sets and a punch and cover a variety of seasons. And I'm finding I'm really like working with this stamp set. So let's get started. And I have pre-cut my paper. And actually I pre-score. So I have this card oriented so the fold is on the long portrait. So it opens to the top. The fold goes on the top. And I was going to cheat, but I won't because that wouldn't really be making it. Here's a liner for the card. And here is one of the, they're already stamped, but we won't do that. We won't cheat. Nope. Maybe we'll have to cheat. Nope, I've got a blank one. Okay. I don't want to cheat. And so for the black layer, this is a reminder that I'm going to keep saying, since on this card you have this whole layer and nothing really shows through, it's just the edge. So why not take that, and in this case it's black, so I used our cat punch and went in there and punched out. Don't give away, don't give up that precious cardstock. Punch out labels, do something, punch out some stray grab and go pieces. Why don't we get the liner out of the way first? Otherwise, I will probably mix them up. Sorry, I need to bring my supply bucket in because I did not get my supplies ready ahead of time for some silly reason. Okay, put these aside. Okay, we're gonna deal with our liner, and I didn't stamp on the inside because I'll wait and decide what I want to say when I send it. And did I grab the wrong piece? Ugh, I may have grabbed the wrong piece. Okay, well, that is okay. Okay, well, that's okay. Didn't get glued down. Not the wrong piece because didn't get used. No sweat. So this is the correct, let me verify one more time. Yep, that is the correct one. And I stamped, you have these little accent elements. The bats toward the top to kind of fill in that white paper. Not quite like I have on previous videos, made my own DSP. Just more accent. So we'll do down there. And remember, when you do elements like this, always stamp them in odd numbers. That's just visually how our brains work. Okay, we'll put aside the bat and let's get this assembled. And you notice I use our Tombow multi-purpose green glue for a lot of my stuff because we have some great tape adhesives too, but I like that this has a little bit of, it isn't so instant. You get a little play, if you see what I mean, when you put your stuff together. And then we'll see, nobody's gonna see that, so why not punch out some extra labels you might need for future projects, punch out some circles, find something, grab a punch and just punch out from that layer. So since I made this card originally for a swap, I now have at least 40 cats, which I can do something with for this fall because I punched out of all the layers. Okay, now we need to work on this element, which I have again pre-cut, and because this is from the plaid tidings in the mini catalog, plaid tidings paper stack that's a 6x6 because that's what a stack is. And because of the way I cut the paper, some got oriented with vertical and some got oriented with horizontal stripes. Both are okay. Both are pretty. And it's kind of that cinnamon cider shaded paper. So again, recipe will be at the end of the catalog. See how I was able to reposition that because the glue isn't quite instant. Once it's kind of grabbed the paper though, it is pretty unforgiving. But you do have, you know, a few seconds of play when you use the glue. Tape, unless you use repositionable tape, it's forever. And I don't like that simply because I make mistakes. Yes, I freely admit I do make mistakes. So I could cheat, but I won't. And I have that pre-cut. So we are going to stop playing with our paper. Cinnamon cider ink. So the two inks used in this are cinnamon cider and a black. I use Memento Black. So first I'm going to stamp my witch's brooms in cinnamon cider. I'll let that dry for a few seconds while I get my next one set up. And I will stamp the Memento over it. And that is the wishing you a happy Halloween. I'm not sure my Y is inked enough. And I stamped that over the broom handles. Oh, boogers. You know what? We're going to redo that. We are going to definitely redo that. That looks terrible. Stamp our brooms. Put that aside. Stamp our greeting over the broom handles. And get that away from my project. And let that dry for that memento ink. Don't forget, it isn't instant. The cinnamon cider does dry fairly quickly to the touch, but the memento needs a few more seconds. So let's bring in our medium, I think they called it medium or large postage stamp punch. And we're going to center that to the label. And if you notice, if you line up your middle broom right with that middle mark on the punch, it'll center every time. So I'm going to just attach this. And put that aside. And I want to pop that up with some dimensionals. And we'll do that. And put it toward the right. And just kind of center that over the striped element. But we're not done. That could use an embellishment. And I'm using the champagne rhinestone jewels as an embellishment because when you pair it with the cinnamon cider, they are more pinky, but they have kind of an orangey undertone, and they just kind of go real well together. So we'll grab 3 of the smaller ones, and I'm going to put them just at the top of where the handle attaches to the broom itself on all 3 of them. And here I kind of lined them up. Here I'm going to have them follow the broom design. And there you have it. In under 15 minutes, we have completed another card during our coffee break. I hope you've enjoyed your coffee as much as I have. Stay tuned to the end for the full project recipe. And hope you follow along. Thank you. Bye-bye.